So today we're out on the streets to ask the public what they think innovation is and what it means to them.
Most innovative company, there's many, but the one that springs to mind, I'll probably say Tesla, in terms of storage of energy. If you look at their smart home battery system at the moment, is kind of an innovative piece of product at the moment, so it's quite amazing. Let's talk about autonomous vehicles. Again, Tesla, service, banking industry. You look at how they've transformed of how they actually do digital banking. You've got customer relationship management at a different level where you can do online, you can actually go in and do mobile banking.
I found this company called HO2, and it converts petrol cars to use less petrol, and it's good for the emission, good for the environment, and you're saving petrol. So you don't have to spend a lot of money on these petrol corporates. Yeah. Good for the pocket, you save money, and good for the environment because you're using less CO2.
Well, I suppose Uber and Deliveroo and those app-based, services change the way we use things.
Yeah, just the fact that you can buy any food from any restaurant and get it delivered to your home. Yeah.
Pretty good.
It's real lazy.
Lazy. And it's really easy access. I guess all the different restaurants have, it's one app for everything. Where in the past, you'd have to go onto, you'd call them up or go through a different website for everything, which is a pain. It's definitely made me lazier.
Yeah. Like artists, I think they can do really interesting things with VR, like creating VR worlds, or like as a teaching tool, or just for fun.
The other day we were trying to cancel a booking we had for an airline. It was a real pain over the phone. I was thinking, imagine if you were like both on VR, sitting in a room. It'd be like a completely different dynamic. They couldn't fob you off so easily because you're like physically there and just like.
Yeah. We have like VR Skype as well.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
VR phone calls.
And it would be like take
That'd
like
be impressive.
filters, like the animal filters to a whole new level. You could just interact in VR.
With customer service, it would make it slightly lighter-hearted if you were talking to a giant rabbit or something.
Yeah.
That'd be good fun.
I think the most convenient and most cutting-edge company is Tencent, the hoster of the WeChat, Chinese version of Facebook. The reason why I support it because, as a Chinese foreign study students, I need to communicate with my family, and the WeChat offered the platform for me, and it's very convenient and cheap. So that's why I think it's a cutting-edge company.
Right, well, I've been following Elon Musk on Facebook, and he owns the company called Tesla. So he does electronic cars and reusable space rockets that take supplies up to the International Space Station. And I think that's what we need, is recycling and electronic vehicles.
My favourite company is Lego.
And why do you think it's so innovative?
Because with Lego you can build whatever you want. Your imagination is the instructions.
I think the changes in social media really and the way iPhones, the way people interact with each other, particularly young people. I think social media is huge, changes everything. I'm not sure it's a benefit. I think it does make people easier to communicate, but not sure it's the best way to communicate.
Apple.
Okay. And why do you think Apple?
Well, most of the product I have used in the past, and today they're all Apple and very good quality. And some of the stuff is old, like 10 years old, 12 years old, and still in a very good condition, and basically good value for the money for long terms.
It's the internet for me, I think, because it's a really efficient way to connect people, and it has transformed, most people's lives in the last 15 years. And it's not just the fact that it's transformed our lives, it's had a really big effect on our lives, the way we communicate, and in nearly every sector of what we do. Well, one is just banking, the other is talking to my family, talking to friends, also communicating with other lecturers, getting the information that I need to do my studying, and connecting everyone into one big network, and just making everyone able to talk to other people without much middleman in between.
The IT sort of I've finally got onto a smartphone after using a Nokia for years. So yes, there's been a lot of innovation, and I actually think there's been a lot of social change in women's lives. Background is nursing, and then I was a lecturer practitioner in nursing, so I've also seen a lot of technology in hospitals. I mean, we're like moving towards Star Trek medicine. You know, what you used to see on Star Trek is sort of happening. What I was reading about recently, which I thought was interesting, linked to IT. I'm sort of fascinated with IT and also horrified by it, and at the same time grappling to use it.
My washing machine, I think. I like Hotpoint. I had the same Hotpoint for about 7 years.
My cell phone, because I'm coming from Turkey, London. This is the first time, and I only find my way through the navigation of iPhone. So it's very useful, I think. So we have never been lost since yesterday, because technology, may harm environment. I don't know, perhaps the inventions regarding the reusable materials would be the best, I think, for environment.
Probably Apple.
Why do you think they're so good?
Not necessarily in terms of innovation, but I guess as a brand, a lot of people look up to Apple, trying to keep with the current. How can I put it? Like the current time. They're trying to keep up with the time, and trying to continuously revolutionize their technology. So I think a lot of people see Apple as the pinnacle in terms of when it comes to smartphones, and I don't necessarily think it's when you look at it from the aspect of do we really need it? I don't really think there's that much of a need, but I just think in the sense of maybe just keeping up with the trend, because everyone wants to always have the coolest gadget, the newest phone, and I guess sometimes there's also a feeling of the fact that you feel refreshed, and you feel like you're part of the age, if that makes sense. You're part of the age, especially the young generation. We like to to stay current. We like to stay current with the ongoing trends. Technology does definitely help empower people with disabilities. Not only people that have disabilities, but in general for all of us.
The cell phone, because you can speak with everyone from all around the world, and it's really something that it's really connecting people, and it really is make easiness of our days. It really make our days more easier. Yeah. Well, if right now I want to call my brother, I will call him, even if he's on the other part of the world. I will call him and I will reach him. So it's really a nice invention. Yes, because with postcards, we used to make like maybe 3 days or maybe 5 before having his news or hearing about him. So yes, I think the cell phone is really something really important. And even for business, it's really easy because I can trade with people all around the world, and it's really a nice invention, I think. It's really maybe not the best, but one of the best.
My iPhone. Yeah, I just text my friends all the time, organise to meet people, so I don't really know how I'd meet with my friends or anything else without it. Well, I'd have to write letters to people, and it takes so much time, so if I was busy and wanted to cancel on a friend, I couldn't, you'd have to go, or if you were ill or anything like that, it just wouldn't really work out as well.
Well, I think it's a Haber process. It's invented by a German chemist, which allows us to use the nitrogen gas in the air to synthesize ammonia, which can then be used to make fertilizer. Without those powerful fertilizers, there won't be so many crops for people to grow and utilize, and possibly I won't be born here. Even if lots of people in our society doesn't realize how important Haber process is, I'm pretty sure that it has a great influence on our society, especially for people who are in our generation, the youngsters. Otherwise, we won't be born here.
I think mobile phone is the most invention in the world. I use mobile phone for searching information and also find something useful for me to study.
So that's what the general public thinks innovation is and why it's important to them. Now, back to the studio.